All right. The waiting game begins. One person, who's that? Unknown trader? Victor Falls. I should have known. I didn't catch it earlier, bro, when you responded to what I asked you. Why are you done with Trump? I mean, obviously because of this Epstein file release, but is there something specific? It's funny, man, because I didn't think a lot of people were going to turn on him, but they are turning on him. I was just watching some stuff. A lot of people are turning on him. Celebrities, everybody. Ryan Garcia said straight up the president's a pedo. You know, it's good, man. It's about fucking time. Of course, hardcore MAGA, they'll be in here in a minute telling us how we're all crazy. Donald Trump would never do such a thing, you know, of all people. Sabrina Merrick, hello, people. What's going on? Yeah, Victor. So, okay, so it tells me you believe a lot of the stuff that's in there, at least some of it. David Peak, look at all the phone warriors pissing their lives away. Who are you referring to? Be right back. Guys, please hit the like and subscribe. $13 people. Let's see if this one builds up quickly or if it takes a while, because lately they've been building up quickly, but this is a little late for one of these shows, so I don't know. Hopefully it goes fast. Oh, can you tell me what proof you have that anybody at any of these demonstrations is paid? Because again, you guys will tell me all night how I don't have any proof that Trump did this or that, but you'll make claims like that with no proof whatsoever. Sabrina Merrick, 99-cent super sticker. Thank you so much, Sabrina. You're the best. 26 people. Guys, please hit the like and subscribe and jump into the chat whenever you'd like. Let's get the conversation going. You should probably just block me and get it over with, coward. We'll see where it goes, Mike Hawksbig. See how disrespectful you get. Even the New York Giants co-owners on the list, I'm done with them too if they don't buy him out. Yeah, man, we're going to find out about a lot of people on there. No doubt. What proof do you have of that, David Peak? What you're telling me is that at every demonstration, it's the same people there. Could you tell me something about them, like their names? Which ones are at every demonstration? No facts or quotes, guys. Who? Okay, whatever, Mike. I don't even know what he's saying. A lot of leftist cockroaches in the files. Really? Well, let them go to fucking jail. Who are they? Who specifically? Because I haven't gotten to see them all. You could school me real quick. Who's in them? 1,000 products plus Trump 2028. I'm in them? Oh, no, that would be terrible. Don't say that. It couldn't be, Bowen, that you're just saying that, right? I mean, I'm assuming you know this for a fact. You wouldn't just come in here and say something like that, would you? Oh, David's an incel. Yeah. There's no question he is. Captain Spock. What's going on, brother? Trump is your daddy. Here we go. Another repressed homosexual closeted MAGA person calling grown men daddy. Bull. Okay. Bull. One word. Nice comment. You're killing it. Propaganda, Baldy. No, it's not. What would it have to take for you guys to finally be like, okay, Trump's probably a pedo? What would it take? What would you have to do? Would you have to see a video of him in the act or what? How are you playing the Democrats' game? We don't make false accusations. We base shit on proof. This thing on the screen right here, that somebody made that accusation about him. It's not me making it. Yeah, I know, Victor. I know it's killing me inside. I know. I never knew I was bald until MAGA started pointing it out. Who on here thinks he wouldn't? Who? Trump be a pedo? MAGA. They don't believe it. MAGAs think Democrats deify criminals like they do. Oh, like they do. I'm sorry. I'm a little off tonight. My bad, guys. I was half asleep on the couch watching a movie with my wife. Yeah, we don't. We don't care about anybody in those files that is from the left. They could go to fucking jail right along with everyone else. But I doubt anybody's going to jail. But you know what I'm saying? They could burn in hell for all I care. AOC said that the released files so far is still a tiny percent of what's available, and it's only the ones they were prepared to release. So God knows what else is yet to come. I heard earlier that they said they're not releasing certain things. They're not going to release. They're just saying it straight up. They won't release all of it. So I'm not surprised. Who's that? Beatrice Kuhl? What does she do? Still only 20% of the files released. Are you serious, Adam? Well, there wasn't there like 3 million pages? Jesus Christ. Oh, there he goes again. Another one. Even with a video, they wouldn't care. No. Release the Epstein videos. Democrats literally don't care at all. What don't we care about? What don't we care about? So tell us about ourselves. People are jealous of Trump. Oh, yeah, I'm sure. A lot of people wish they were 70-year-old heart failure patients. Yep. Russia hoax, all false allegations. No, it wasn't. People went to jail because of that investigation. And Donald Trump stood on live TV and said, Russia, if you're listening, please find the 30,000 emails. You'll be rewarded greatly. Now, that, whether, I don't care who says, whether that's Russian collusion or not. I am a thinking man with a functioning brain, and that was Russian collusion right there. If nothing else, that was Russian collusion. Period. No, listen, if he is, let him go to fucking jail. Who's on here talking about Biden? You're the first person to bring him up. What a surprise. Who's talking about Biden? Oh, is that right? Oh, what a surprise. I didn't see that. He can get any girl he wants. Look at his wife. Who are you talking about? Trump? Trump can get any girl he wants. His wife is a whore who married him for money. You know, it's not because he's just a handsome guy with a awesome personality. You know that, right? I don't know, Jon Stewart. The files showed the info that proved it's not taken as a legit claim. Anyone can call and make claims. Y'all shaking my head for. Yeah, I don't even know what language he's speaking. Trump and Barron are going to prison. Good. Barron too? Nice. Are you just projecting your insecurities on Trump? You can just say it is you, not your friend Trump. No, I'm not. What the fuck? No doubt that Hillary Russia thing feels forever ago. They'll never stop bringing it up. And then they'll tell us we're living in the past when we bring up shit about Trump from years ago. Trump's a disgrace to America. He is. Well, defamation, I don't think you understand what defamation is. It's got to be, if I'm stating something as a fact, when I know that it's a lie, that's would be defamation. And it's very hard to prove defamation against a public figure, especially the president of the United States. So try again. You're a jackass. Liberals suck. All right, Frank, you sound like a well-informed, intelligent voter. You do. Donald Trump is one sick puppy. Best he stays away from Nome. Yeah, she'll shoot him right in the fuck. Yeah, man. I got to be careful. I'm on YouTube. You people are sick and disrespectful. Well, I'm just going to assume you're talking about MAGA because those are two things they definitely are. Baldy equals stage 10 TDS. A tremendous dick syndrome? Yeah, no doubt. It's huge. Thanks for noticing, even though I'm not even standing up. That's pretty good. There you are, cock shopping again. This guy states something and then says, my roof is because I said it. My roof. All right. Yeah. Look at your title. Where's the receipt? Late Night Politics, that's my title. This is an accusation made in the Epstein files, you dummies. You realize it's not an accusation I'm making. It's in the Epstein files. A girl reported that this happened to her friend. I don't think you guys don't understand many things, do you? Look how quick these MAGA morons become oath breakers and shit on the Constitution for their orange god. Yeah, they don't give a fuck about the Constitution. Let me see. Oh, I know what's wrong and right. I know supporting pedos like MAGA supports Trump and the Republicans. That's wrong. We would never. I would never support a pedo. If you even tell me a guy has been accused of it, I'm not fucking with him. I'm not talking about him. Period. I'm not talking to him. I don't want nothing to do with him. Nope. Those accusations from a tip line and none were verified. Well, I'll look into that. I don't know that to be true yet, but again, that doesn't mean they're bullshit. You know that, right? And again, I give this speech on every show where there's smoke, there's fire. If you know enough about Donald Trump's past, and you would have no reason believing this because it's more likely that he is a pedo than you know it is that he's not. You wish you were well informed. Oh, I am. Gotta go, Baldy, trying to get viewers spreading lies. Bye, D-Man. Fuck off. I love Trump, the greatest president ever. When you guys say that, are you actually for real? What am I making up? Roman Salt, don't just say I'm making things up. Tell me what I'm making up. What am I making up? I'll go to the bottom and wait for you. What am I making up? You would literally walk away from your entire pedo party, you fucking ball loser. You would literally walk away from your entire pedo party. What does that mean? You would literally walk. What does that mean? In what situation? There's no pedo. The pedo party is the Republicans, fuckface. You're part of it. You know? What about Super Chat, Juan Cologne? Good to see you, by the way. Is my very confused Trump supporter friend here. His name is Juan, and he's a Trump supporter. Yes, he was. He was. Oh, look, the libs are slandering again. You guys are so soft. It's slander. You can't handle the fact that this is in the Epstein files. This is not something I'm making up for the love of God. Holy shit, guys. Let me see. Captain Spock. Oh, shit. $5. Hit that thumbs up and sub. Show some support. Thank you, Captain Spot. Yeah, 456 people. I didn't even realize. Yeah, please hit the like and subscribe. It's very important. I got a goal tonight for how many subs I want to get. And if you guys can super chat, that would be awesome because it's the 31st and it's the last day to build up our paychecks for the following month, you know. So if you could, that would be awesome. You shouldn't be playing in the streets with the rest of your terrorist friends. Or shouldn't you be playing in the streets with the rest of your terrorist friends? I don't know any terrorists. What do you think? I'm friends with like January 6th rioters or something? That would be insane. Never. I would never associate with those low-life scumbags. Never in a million years. Libtard at it again. Are you raising F words? You see, they tell you everything you need to know about them, sometimes in a single word, you know? All that money for a dirty kid, you're wild crazy. Sometimes I wonder if they think I'm supposed to understand what they say, or if they're just like in a way trolling me. You know what I mean? Like just random word salad in a comment. Guys, please hit the like and subscribe. 535 people. God, Democrats are the stupidest people alive. The Trump accusations have no proof. Well, I'll tell you this. This is what I'll tell you. So you guys throughout this show, you're going to come in here and you're going to make a lot of claims. You're going to say Biden's a pedo. You're going to say the election was stolen in 2020, things like this, right? And you're not going to provide any proof whatsoever, but you're going to state these things as if they're facts because that's what you guys do. And then when we say something about Trump, you're like, whoa, 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 whoa. Where's the proof? You know what I mean? Like you guys have already in this live chat, just on this stream, already you guys have made accusations that are complete and total bullshit. You know what I mean? We have reasons to believe Trump is a pedo. We have reasons going back decades. And you can't convince me he's not one. You can't. Go ahead. Go watch what happens, Captain Ridiculous. Nothing. I ain't going to get a strike. Trust me. Go report me. Everybody do it. Who cares? It's crazy that Jay-Z is in the Epstein files. Shaking my head. Is he? Is he? I didn't know. I haven't gotten to go through them yet. Democrats losing a lot of voters due to deportation. They mad. See, here's what I mean. Now, I could say Chicken Genius, prove it, because if Chicken Genius had a brain at all, which he doesn't, he would know that illegal immigrants cannot vote. I don't care what your feelings tell you. I don't care what Tucker Carlson or Ben Shapiro or dead asshole Charlie Kirk or Donald Trump or the Republicans tell you. Illegals cannot vote. They can't. You have to register to vote. Yeah, illegals can't just register to vote. And even if somehow they do, they're not going to be turned away at a polling place. And if I'm lying, again, you guys want to see proof about everything, right? Okay, show me proof of widespread voting amongst illegal immigrants in any election, any federal election. Go ahead, I'll wait. Tell me how many voted in the 2020 election. How about 2024? Give me some numbers. Sabrina Merrick, $5. I just saw a photo of former Prince Andrew on all fours over a woman that is laying on her back. Her face is blacked out. Jesus, really? Wow. I gotta look at this shit later. My God. Okay, that's one thing. Voting is something different, and they can't vote. Cucker Tarleson, yeah. I like that. All these pedophile Trump supporters are getting mad. I trigger them. I'm very good at it. They get very upset. They act like little bitches. They act out. They misbehave. Is what they do. They don't know how to behave. They don't know how to act. Let's see what this says. You believe that you believe everything Dems are saying. You believe that you believe everything Dems are saying. Written like a true MAGA supporter or a MAGA person. I'm sorry. No, I don't believe anything anybody says unless I check it out for myself and find out whether or not it's true. It's the exact opposite, Michael. You guys believe anything Republicans tell you. You don't even have minds of your own. You're in a fucking cult. I mean, never. J.D. Vance himself said one time during a debate, remember the debate with Tim Walz? They fact checked him, and he said, "Whoa! We're not. I thought the deal was no fact checking." Okay, now why would J.D. Vance not want fact checking in a debate? Because he's lying. You know what I mean? And that's just the way you guys see things too. Somebody in one of my chats one time told me fact checking is bullshit. Imagine, think about that sentence for a second. So you guys just want to be able to say things without anybody asking you for proof or asking you to prove it. Every show I ask you guys for numbers with these bullshit things you throw out, like all illegals are pedos. And I say, well, how many? Well, I don't know. Well, how do you know that? I don't know. So you guys have that same mentality. You hate fact checking because you don't want to be questioned on the shit you're saying. You just go off of vibes and you want it to be true and you want to try to convince everybody else you're right. Guys, please, for the love of Christ, hit the like button and subscribe. And if you can, send a super chat, please. Dude, you're a Lego. Well, I got to admit, that's one I've never heard before. Calling somebody a Lego. What exactly does that mean? What does that mean? Trump is the worst pedo ever in history. Probably. Those Epstein files are of the super elite. Oh, son of a bitch. People who have that kind of money don't do business with normal people. Democrats and Republicans are in the Epstein files. Why do you think the left or right is good? Is this all is all this to drive us to A? I just froze. Sorry about that. I don't care about Democrats. We don't care. Guys, people on the left don't give a shit about Democratic politicians. We don't. I don't care. You guys expect me to be on here like defending Joe Biden and Obama and all these people and telling you how perfect the Democrats are? Never. We don't do what you guys do. We don't. We don't worship any man. Well, that's because I don't believe in God, because I'm a thinking person, just like I don't believe in Santa anymore. Left is better, but some Dems are complicit. Oh, I wouldn't doubt it. Yeah, I'm sure there's people from both parties. I think it's much more so on the right, though. And part of the reason I believe that is, first of all, they're always the people getting caught in these depraved sex scandals and shit. Okay. If I read you the list of Republicans caught in just regular gay sex scandals and actual pedophilia scandals. I mean, you'd be shocked. You guys think Dems are the party of gay people and pedos. No, 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 no. There's hundreds and hundreds of politicians since the 80s that have been caught. I mean, just recently, Trump's spiritual advisor got caught doing some pedo shit. The guy that coined the phrase a fucking TDS, Trump derangement syndrome, he is a pedo. You know what I'm saying? So, and, you know, it's also the Democrats that are responsible for any Epstein files that were released today or a few days ago or a month ago or 2 months ago. The Democrats are the only reason that discharge petition went anywhere. There was 214 Democrats, only 4 Republicans signed it. So when I see one party is trying desperately to get the files released and the other party is trying desperately to stop the release, then I know which side I think are the guilty side, you know, the pedos. Sabrina Merrick, $2 just emailed you the screenshot. Oh, Jesus. All right, I'll look at it then. Can you do, God can do anything. Don't limit him. You're lying. You're lying. Yeah, no, he can't. He's useless. If he's there, he's useless. This dude is indoctrinated, not educated. No, I'm definitely not educated, but I'm not indoctrinated either. Nope. They had 4 years. Why now? Okay, let's do this again. Every show, there's one of them. Every single show, at least one. But after him, and after I read this, within 2 minutes of reading this, somebody else will ask the same exact question because they're incapable of learning. All right. The Epstein case was an open criminal investigation during the Biden administration. Now that's where I shouldn't even have to read anymore. Okay. Miami Herald investigative reporter Julie K. Brown explained on social media, Brown's extensive reporting since 2017 has shown a light on the crimes of Epstein and his longtime accomplice, Ghislaine Maxwell. Her book about Epstein, titled Perversions of Justice, is a New York Times bestseller. They had an open grand jury, and even after Maxwell's conviction, the case was on appeal. Anyone in law enforcement knows you don't open your case file while it's still under appeal, Brown said. Victims were still going to the FBI with information during Biden's term, but that changed. You ready? You want to hear when it changed? That changed when President Donald Trump's Department of Justice reviewed the files and closed the case in July. That's why they weren't released during those 4 years. And by the way, why weren't they released in the 4 years prior to that? 721 people. That is fantastic. Guys, please hit the like button and subscribe. And don't be afraid to contribute to the channel with a little bit of cash money, you know. It's the rich and powerful and celebrities. Both sides have had the files. Okay. Yeah, but for the people that ask why Biden didn't release them, will you please tell me why Trump didn't release them? I can tell you. I know exactly why he didn't release them. And it's not even anything bad, but apparently you guys, you don't know. So if you ask why Biden didn't release them, I got to ask you why Trump didn't. You guys talk about Obama and Biden like as if Trump didn't serve 4 years between their 2 terms. I mean, I'm sorry. Obama served 8. You know what I'm saying? Oh, wait. Yeah. Trump. No, I fucked up. Trump served 4 between their 2. God damn it. I give up. 4 years, Biden, nothing but crickets. Told you. I literally just read the reason why they weren't released under Biden. It took less than 30 seconds and another fucktard moron came in and said the same fucking thing. It's amazing. It probably is all politics. No, there's probably some celebrities in there too. Same reason they haven't released the Kennedy files. I thought they did, actually. You can't even read the chat. You're stuck in your own head yapping about nothing. No, there's 700 people. That means there's probably 4,000 comments in the chat already, fuckface. You think you could? What do you think I am, Johnny 5? Sorry, my eyes don't work that quickly. I'm supposed to be able to read every comment. Fucking idiot's never done a live stream. He's telling me how I should be able to do shit. Dope. LOL. Hope you're making money doing this because no one cares about your shit here. LOL, the chat is here to troll you, bro. Yeah, and you're watching, right? Exactly. And I'm probably going to have 70,000 views on this video because you guys are watching. So is it you trolling me or me trolling you? Just out of curiosity. You hate me, but you keep watching. You're a fucking idiot, but I'm going to watch for 10 more minutes. This guy is a genius. Don't know what you're talking about. Oh, I'm far from a genius. What do you think about Elon Musk being in the files? I think it's hilarious. And I'm not surprised one fucking bit. He's a creep himself. He's another sexual deviant. The guy's got 900 fucking kids. I mean, he's a creep. And the funniest part is that he blew up Trump's spot and said Trump is in the Epstein files. And boom, now the Epstein files come out. And not only is Elon in the Epstein files, he's literally talking to Jeffrey Epstein through email about visiting the island. I mean, we have no proof Trump went to the island. We have no proof Clinton went to the island. But now we have proof that most likely Elon's been there before. And if not, he was definitely planning to go. And I think it's hilarious because you guys worship him too. Another pedo standing in front of the whole world to throw it up to Heil Hitler bullshit. You know, that's your Nazi motherfuckers are all sick in the head. There's a Nazi in this community, this channel's part of it, and he's a pedo too. Whose brother? Trump has done more than Biden in 12 months. You're well spoken. Listen to how he wrote this. Trump has done more than Biden in 12 months than Biden did in 40 years. It would be Trump did more in 12 months than Biden did in 40 years. Just a Christ kid. Oh, here we go. Would you mind telling me what he's done? I'll go to the bottom. Tell me what he's done that's more than what Biden's done in 40 years. Go ahead. I'll wait. Because for you to say that, it already tells me you're a moron. I bet you don't even know what Biden did. Guarantee it. Don't get my friend Tia Fireball started on your ass. She'll give you a list 19 miles long. Are you surprised the man who walked in the dressing room of young girls and another man who is obsessed with breeding is on the list? No. No. Oh, shit. MAGA are the dumbest people you knew in high school, for real. All the Epstein survivors backed Trump and said he was never there, but the Clintons were. No, it's not true. One person said she saw Clinton there, and it turned out that was bullshit. And there's about 1,300 Epstein survivors. So, no, they did not all say that. There was 12 or some shit like that, I think, who went public. They said it. So that kind of leaves a few, you know. And by the way, you always leave out that Katie Johnson, one of those Epstein survivors, did say that Trump brutally raped her. Forget that. Gas down, food down, taxes better. No, taxes are better for billionaires. Food is up, gas is down. We'll see how long that lasts. But again, that doesn't really have anything to do with Trump. But food is up, utilities are up, new cars cost more, rents, mortgages. Unemployment is the highest it's been since 2021. And Donald Trump is losing jobs every month, not gaining them. So the economy is much worse than it was under Biden right now. Democrats were at the island too. Which one's prisoner of war? Don't just say that. Please do me a favor. I don't care if you're saying it about Republicans or Democrats. Don't just make a general, like, broad statement like that. Tell me who. So if you know that, you must know who was there, right? Who? This total bullshit. Trump accusations, just like he's a Russian spy and all the other bullshit. They're all jealous. He came out of nowhere and became president 3 times. See what I mean? I was going to respond to that comment, but you're talking to a fucking retard. I mean, he became president 3 times. Yeah. So that the 4 years Biden was in office, he wasn't really in office. Trump was in office. Most of the girls hurt by Trump and Epstein are afraid of being black-bagged. Black-bagged? What do you mean? What does that mean? Blackballed, maybe? What do you mean? They lie because they want his money. It's funny that it doesn't happen to everybody who's much richer than Trump, right? All these other people, it doesn't happen to. Trump, since the 70s, has been accused of sexual assault, credibly accused 28 times, but never happened to like Mark Cuban or Jeff Bezos or Mark Zuckerberg or any of these people. Isn't that some shit? It's almost like Trump's a fucking pedophile and a rapist, and that's why he's constantly being accused of it, you know? I'm still waiting for that guy. Obviously, there's so many comments, but I would like you guys to tell me what Trump did that equals more than what Obama did in 40 years or Biden did in 40 years. I'm curious. Like what? Oh, is that what it means? I didn't know that. Trump is the greatest. This guy's name is Chuck Roast. Now they'll tell me that this on the screen is complete bullshit and say prove it, but then they'll put this in the chat. No one believes this shit because if it was true, they would have tried to prove it alone. Oh God, I can't anymore, guys. This is why I for like the first couple of months, I didn't even ask anybody to contribute like super chats or Cash App. This is why I do now, because I shouldn't have to put up with this for free. Hours at a time. I know it's my choice, but hours at a time talking to the dumbest people on planet Earth. It's almost enough to give you a stroke. What do you want? First year, what Biden did in his first year, what crimes Trump committed in his first 100 days, whatever you'd like. Tia will give you the whole list of what Biden's done. Yeah. Just forget him 40 years during his 4 years. And Trump didn't do fucking 1/3 of it. Guys, please hit the like button and subscribe. There's 801 people right now. That is actually pretty fascinating. I usually don't get that many. So please hit the like and subscribe. Loser. Awesome comment. MAGA can't read. Why are we surprised they haven't read the files? Listen, they don't want to read those files. First of all, yeah, they can't read. But if they could, they're just they're allergic to facts. Okay. You got to understand, they live their lives in the dark, basically. They follow Trump blindly. They listen to Fox News. Whatever Fox News tells them, they choose to just believe that shit without any type of research to see if any of it's true or any of that. They don't even question it. If it's told by the Republicans, Donald Trump, Fox News, OAN, or Newsmax, they believe it. That's it. Okay, so anything else is a threat to their reality. You have to understand, their reality is Donald Trump. Their entire identity is Donald Trump and MAGA. They've never been anything. They're finally part of something. Now they're in a cult. Okay, so they don't want to research because they might actually find out that they were wrong, and that terrifies them. That's why when I do shows like this, what I notice is the majority of people will always say the same two things. Basically, you have TDS and you're a liar. Okay, now the reason they say that, I'll tell you exactly why. Donald Trump trained these dummies years and years ago. Okay, but he even told Barbara Walters one time. She said, "Why do you call us fake news?" And he said, "Because I have to discredit you." Okay, now what that tells you is Trump knows that there's a lot of bad shit that's going to come out about him. He knew that always. He lived a life where even if you just take the stuff we know for a fact, he's been accused of sexual assault, raping a 13-year-old. He's cheated on every wife he's ever had. He got sued by Nixon's administration or Department of Justice for refusing to rent to black people. He's cheated people in business his whole life. He's a lowlife. So he knew. Roger Stone schooled him, Steve Bannon, all those guys. You're dealing with fucking morons. You're talking to the dumbest people in the country. They literally come from the stupidest states, the least educated states in the country. So you can convince them of anything. You just got to do it early on. Okay, pretty much. This is real shit. So Trump knew all this shit would be coming out, that they'd be talking about all his affairs and stuff. So he convinced the dumbest people in this country that if anybody's speaking negatively about him, it's because they're crazy, TDS, or it's fake news. They're lying, and they believe it 100%. If you notice, a lot of these guys are genuinely shocked when they hear me saying the shit I'm saying. They're like, what? What are you kidding? You're crazy. Oh my God, this is bullshit. Like, no, guys, I don't tell one fucking lie on these shows. Never. I don't have to. There's enough bad shit to say about Trump without lying. Everything I tell you, I've researched over years. I've fact checked. If I've heard it or read it somewhere, I know what I'm talking about. But they don't know this stuff. They're in a bubble. They're in a right-wing media bubble where they never hear the actual truth of what's going on. They just hear what Fox wants to tell them because, their whole purpose in life is to get Republicans elected. And that's what Fox News does. They lie. Everything they say and do is a lie. They even said in court filings, nobody would take them seriously as a news network. They said that. Fox said that. I mean, one of the funniest things ever, guys, is that Fox pretty much did everything in their power to convince these dummies not to get vaccinated, right? Meanwhile, every on-air personality got vaccinated. Every on-air Fox News personality got vaccinated. All the employees in general, I believe. There was a sign outside the door that told people you're not allowed in here without masks. And then they made fun of people for wearing masks. I mean, and these guys don't even see what's being done to them. They don't even see it. They think Tucker Carlson can somehow relate to them, or Ben Shapiro, you know what I mean? Or Donald Trump can relate to them in some way. You know, like they know what it's like to just be a working stiff who really doesn't have anything. No, they don't. They do not. Donald Trump literally didn't know what paper towels were. He described them like as if it was a new invention he just found out about. The guy thinks that he invented the word groceries. He's as out of touch as a person can be. Hatred equals red hat. Yeah, it's the new Klan hat. That's all it is. They should come to a point on top. None of these people are MAGA. Why do you say that? Fox News is not news. Ask Ted Koppel. It's not, but to them it is. It is, and it's funny because Fox News really does keep the truth from them. I was watching a thing one time. They talked about how Fox News would cut away from Trump when he started saying maniacal shit at his rallies, and I watched, and he did. They did. Like anytime, you know, in 2024, every single rally he did, at some point during the rally, he just went off script and just started talking about Hannibal Lecter and electric boats and sharks and Al Capone, and he would just ramble like a madman. And remember, he didn't know he doesn't know what asylum means, like being granted asylum. When he hears asylum, he thinks insane asylum. That's no bullshit. That's why he would constantly say people are coming here from insane asylums. And I checked it out thoroughly, and no, they weren't. That was just Trump saying it. There was no proof behind that. Then somebody figured out, oh, when he hears they're coming here for asylum, he thinks they're coming from an insane asylum. That's the level of intelligence of our president. Anyway, when he would go off on those tirades, Fox News would cut away, and then they would provide commentary and talk. Soon as Trump started veering off, they cut away. So their people didn't even see. I had to show people those videos because they didn't believe me when I said he used to talk about Hannibal Lecter at rallies. Now, I watch all the guys' rallies, and I despise them. How is it that you don't? Well, they do. They just watch them on Fox News. Fox News don't let them see that shit. You know? The radical far left Americans need 4 years of Trump, to be fair. Oh yeah? Let me ask you something. What are the most radical left-wing people, liberals, whatever, what do they do that just needs to come to an end? I'm curious. Enlighten me, please. He can't do a single meeting without bad-mouthing past presidents. To me, that shows weakness. Oh my God, he's the weakest man on the planet. That's another thing that's funny about these fucktards is they all claim to be alpha males, but at the same time, they follow the most beta bitch in American history. You know what I mean? Which makes them beta. Talk about how he's made more money in his presidency. Oh yeah, the guy made $3.8 billion in 2025. I think it dropped because the coin, the value of the coin dropped. So I think he lost some of that value. It might be 1.2 billion or something like that now, but he was up $3.8 billion off his crypto coin, which is, you know, he dropped it the day before his inauguration simply so it could be used to bribe him. And that's exactly what people use it for. Some foreign leader buys $200 million worth of his shitty coin and he gets a favor from Trump. It's just like Trump is selling pardons to people. You know, he's the most easily bought president in history, and they will tell you how he can't be bought. He can't be bought. I told you, for the right price, he would throw Don Jr. in front of a speeding train. He doesn't care. Von shits his pants. Yeah. Shit. Let me see. We need ICE to arrest all the illegals. Why is that? Why do they bother you, Dan Bo? I'm curious. What do the illegals do that just drives you crazy? Enlighten me, please. Beta, Biden falls upstairs off bikes and had the worst pullout of any foreign country. Yes, and that was literally Trump's plan that Trump never executed and Biden executed. That was Trump's plan, 100%. You could look it up right now, which you won't do. And so does Trump. First of all, Trump could never get on a bike. If Trump got on a bike, the fucking bike would collapse. First of all, he's fucking morbidly obese. Secondly, I guarantee he's never even ridden a bike in his life. He barely can fucking golf without falling. And he gets lost on stage. He has to be led around because he's lost. He couldn't get up the stairs to Air Force One the other day. Look, Google, look, Trump has trouble making it up stairs to Air Force One. It was just from the other day. And that's not the first time. He's tripped up those stairs before, too. He hears things that aren't even being asked, questions that aren't being asked. He just starts mumbling incoherently and rambling for no apparent reason. He's got full-blown dementia. Well, not full-blown, let's be honest. He's got dementia, though. He's got at least the beginning stages. Biden did this bad thing, which is backed up by clear evidence from his administration. Actually, no, it was Trump's fault. It's always Trump's fault. He is like Satan. Well, no, it's not always Trump's fault. That was Trump's plan. I told you it was his plan. You don't believe me? You didn't know that was Trump's plan that Biden just executed? And look who's talking. Trump's been in office over a fucking year now, and you dickheads are still blaming your problems on Biden. You're still blaming fucking high prices on Biden. You're out of your fucking minds. You whine constantly. You still blame Obama for shit. He hasn't been in office in fucking over a decade. You still blame him for things. Well, okay, less than a decade, but close. I mean, what are you guys talking about? The biggest fucking crybabies on planet Earth. They can't get Biden. What does that say? Jizz out of their mouths, LOL. I know they can't. They can't. Biden is a legal immigrant. Deport his ass. All right. Never heard that one before. Kamikaze Karens. Wow, that's beautiful. Well, hey, let's listen. When people talk about Charlie Kirk bleeding to death in front of the whole country and they make fun of him, don't cry like a little bitch about it. You know, and you guys, again, that's another thing about you guys. You're so fucking brainwashed. So basically, if anybody dissents, if anybody doesn't agree with Donald Trump, if they, God forbid, go out and protest and practice their First Amendment right, they have to be paid, right? There's no way people just hate Donald Trump. That's another thing you guys have been accused of, which is the most hilarious thing ever, because the George Soros you describe is literally Elon Musk. Elon Musk is that guy for the right. He paid fucking people to vote for Trump, you know, but you guys talk about demonstrators getting paid. Let me tell you something. I've been one of those demonstrators many, many times, and I never got shit. I'm still waiting on my check, God damn it. I don't know who's supposed to be sending it, but I haven't gotten it. That has nothing to do with it. Tell me more. Files are unredacted. All the highest ranked politicians were in the files. Israel put them there, and the island was there to blackmail them to keep them in line. I don't know. I'll have to read more. I haven't seen all of it. Let me see. That's fucking sickening. You want to drink my spit, huh? All right. I'm gone. Wait, where's this guy at? I love when they do this. I'm gone. This guy is a liar and sick. First of all, you're gone because you're hearing things you don't want to hear, and it's a threat to you. It's scaring the shit out of you. Secondly, I don't lie. Nothing I say is a lie, but you just you can't stand hearing the truth or any opposing viewpoint. Different information terrifies you. You know what I mean? So you're just going to bounce. You're just going to dip. And by the way, the other thing that's funny about you is that you think anybody cares to the point where you announce your departure in the chat. I'm gone. Oh my God, Carol's gone. I can't think of anything I give a fuck less about. Who cares about you, Carol? Seriously, who? I want to know. Obama got the Nobel Peace Prize for doing absolutely nothing. Hey, say what you will, but the Peace Prize is his. It was granted to him. It was given to him. Donald Trump got a participation trophy. He stood in front of the world and accepted somebody else's Nobel Peace Prize, which, by the way, they're not transferable. That prize is still hers. He's just in possession of it. One of the most pathetic things I've ever seen from any politician in history. He accepted a participation trophy, which, by the way, Up until he did that, you guys were all against participation trophies, remember? But you think that's awesome. Yeah. Unbelievable. Guys, please hit the like and subscribe. It's very, very important. Obama bailed out the banks instead of the people. He did. I'm not a big fan of what he did, but although he did kind of have to do it, save the economy and stuff. But I don't like that. These CEOs and these scumbags were able to buy themselves $30,000 desk chairs and give themselves huge bonuses with that money and stuff. It's disgraceful. It is. Who cares about what you're getting ratio to hell? Who cares about you're getting ratio to hell? I'm not sure what that means. That must be some internet talk fucking geeks say, but whatever you say. We don't defend Obama. No, I don't care to defend any of them. The problem is I come on here to talk about Trump, who just happens to be the leader of the free world currently. He's in the White House now, and you guys can't defend him. So right away it's Obama, Obama, Obama. Oh, Biden usually, and then Obama. Look, you can't even control your weight. Really? How much do I weigh? Because you guys are fucking hilarious. You know I'm not fat, right? I got a chubby face. I can't help it. I'm 46. I'm not fat. You can't even see me from here down, and you think you know my weight. This is how retarded you people are. Probably not. I like watching you, big man. You say some dumbass shit, but got to give it up. You are entertaining. I don't say no dumbass shit, and I know I'm entertaining, so thank you. I appreciate that. You are a liar. Bill Gates is on tape. Clinton caught on tape, and butt forker. Well, that's brilliant. That's guys. You know, if you're gonna make fun of somebody's name, it's got to at least sound like the actual name, right? Got a Nobel Peace Prize silencing his chef. All right. All right. Fuck Trump and fuck your God. Look what Lucifer said. Oh my God, how dare you? Trump is friends with Putin and Epstein's ghost. Yeah. Genuinely curious what the source of the accusation, as in where's the accusation received and how is it received? It was received by the FBI and it's in the files that were released yesterday. Oh, I know I do. I know I do. Thank you, Stephen. But again, like I said, you present any opposing viewpoint to them, it's just got to be bullshit because they don't know it. Fox News didn't tell them that. They're like little children. I am not hearing it. Blah, 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 blah. I'm not hearing it. I don't believe you. Okay. Listen, if any of you think that I'm on here trying to convince you people, MAGA, of anything, you're out of your minds. I know better. You're not, again, you're incapable of learning. You are the stupidest people in the country. If you look at the electoral map from 2024 by level of education, the least educated states in this country voted for Trump, and the most educated states in this country voted for Kamala. Now, that should tell you something, but you're probably too stupid to even understand what that means. You're as vile as Trump. Go fuck your mother, Eric. Yeah, does that make me seem any more polite, or did that make it worse? Demo crackheads. So again, that's not good. I'll tell you what's good, Val. Let me school you on how you do shit like that. Republic cunt. That's good. Republic cunt. Retardlican. That's good. Demo crackheads. How is that good? You guys are the worst. You lack complete and total fucking creativity. You really fucking do. It's amazing. It's almost like you don't even have an imagination. It's weird. I don't care. I don't want your money. I don't want any MAGA person. Let me make this clear. I don't want no money from you. I don't want you to hit the like. I don't want you to subscribe. You guys are the scum of the earth. I don't want anything from you. I don't. As far as I'm concerned, you're all pedophiles. So I would never take money from a pedo. It's the good guys I talk to when I say hit the like, subscribe, and donate. The good guys. I bet you carry around your whistle like a big boy. Is that like gay code for something? What does that mean? You must be from the tri-state. Oh yeah, what makes you think that? Which party calls pedos minor attracted persons? Probably liberals, which is ridiculous, and I'll be the first to say it's ridiculous. Although it doesn't make them any less pedos just because Democrats call them that. It's soft language. George Carlin used to talk about it all the time. It doesn't change the definition of a pedophile. You know that, right? It's just a stupid fucking, phrase or whatever to describe these people, and leave it up to liberals. They always come up with dumb. I think we're supposed to call homeless people now unhoused, I believe. Yeah, no, I'm not doing that. They're homeless. Let me see. Trump didn't tell them to have a sense of humor. No. They only do what he says. They wake up every morning, they wait for their script, and they say Fox News gives them their script, and then they go repeating that in chat rooms and shit all day long. No Biden. Now that's not bad. Velt, that's a little better. Yeah, that's a little better. I'll give you credit for that one. They're not trying to normalize it, fuckface. How are they trying to normalize it? Literally by giving them a name that makes it clear in that name itself, minor attracted persons, that they're pedophiles. Like, it literally, when you hear that, you could come to no other conclusion that these people are pedos, yet somehow that's them trying to normalize it. Mike, listen, you could do this till you're blue in the face. You're never going to convince anybody it's the Democrats that are the party of pedophilia. Okay? It's been proven. It's being proven every day. Show me the Democrat that was in those fucking emails to Epstein talking about what's the wildest night you party on the island? When can I, be there and all that shit? It was Elon fucking Musk. I mean, it's your people. You guys are... Guys, it's always the Republicans. Don't you understand? Look back through history. I mean, it's always some, like, for example, with the gay shit. It's always some anti-gay fucking Republican jerk off who tries to pass anti-gay legislation and everything else that winds up being caught in a hotel with some 18-year-old kid's dick in their mouth. Like, always. You guys, I honestly, truly believe the reason you're obsessed with certain things is because you are those things. I think the reason you hate trans people, because, oh my God, I mean, I never thought there would be a type of people Republicans could hate more than black people. And then, it started becoming more common to be trans. And it was like, wow, I mean, they want these people dead. Now, why would that be? I'm a straight guy. Okay. I'm married to a beautiful woman. I don't spend 2 seconds of my day thinking about gay people or trans people. Why do you guys, when you come in here, do you have it's always some gay sex scenario that you're putting in the chat, or it's something about trans people that you literally voted for a rapist because you thought it was dangerous for trans men to go in a women's bathroom. So you voted for a sexual predator. It's so fucking stupid. So think about all that. I mean, seriously, these guys, let me tell you how dumb MAGA is. Okay. They'll tell you that they don't want trans people in women's bathrooms because they're there to hurt women. They're there to hurt women and little girls. I want you to think about this for a second. This is what's called being a critical thinker. Okay. Listen closely. So in other words, there's a guy, trans, whatever, or pretending to be, I don't know. All right. And he's willing to commit one of the most heinous crimes ever possible, either grape or pedo stuff. I got to watch YouTube, or both at the same time, right? They're willing to commit a crime that could get them life sentences. Minimum, though, you're talking about 20 years, 30 years. But they'll only commit that crime if they're allowed into the bathroom where the women are and the girls are. Think about that. So in other words, you want to convince us, you've been saying this for years, that men now are going to sneak into bathrooms so they can rape people. So, or not sneak in, I'm sorry, they're going to take advantage of this situation and just walk right in so they can, SA people and stuff. So in other words, they'll commit a crime that could get them a possible life sentence, but only if they're allowed in the bathroom. If not, they're not doing it. That's a bridge too far. Rape is one thing. Entering a bathroom unlawfully, I'm not doing it. You know what I mean? Think about how dumb they are. Think about how dumb they are. They talk about trans men and women's sports like as if it's really an issue. It's not an issue. There's 560,000 NCAA athletes in this country, and 7 of them are trans. That's why when something happens with one, Fox News will just play it over and over and talk about it day after day after day to the point where they have them thinking this is like an everyday occurrence. This is just happening all over the fucking place. You know? Unbelievable. You are a liberal yesterday. I are a liberal yesterday. All right. God almighty, these guys, I swear to God. It's tough this late at night. You know, dealing with these fucktards during the day isn't as bad, but I honestly only came back on here tonight because I wanted to make sure I got 100,000 views today, and I was off by 3,500. So I might not stay on super long. Why are your teeth so fucked up, meth or crack? They're not. What do you mean? I got them all. What are you saying? They're crooked because I didn't grow up in a situation where my parents just ran out and got me fucking braces. They're a little crooked. Other than that, what's wrong with them? What the fuck are you talking about? Meanwhile, Michael Weggs, you're not showing your face, and I guarantee the chances are that you have a fucking, at the most, 50% of your teeth still, if that. If you're a MAGA person, you ever go to a MAGA rally? There's more fucking people than there are teeth. Melania movie really bad. Don't tell me you watched that horse shit. Russia pays MAGA for spreading information. Tim Pool. Oh, yeah, no doubt. They do. Your teeth are fucked up. Get over it. Okay. Hey, listen, I've gotten pussy my whole life, more than you'll get on your best day, you know? So they've done pretty well for me so far. Not to be crude, ladies. Sorry. This is how I talk. You only have 140 likes. Congrats. 140. That's actually pretty good. Thank you for the good news. Guys, keep hitting the like button, please. Yeah, these shows are like 90% Trump supporters in the chat, and even the good guys, for some reason, hitting the like button, they treat it like it costs them money. So I'm actually surprised I got that many. That's actually good. That's actually pretty good. Turn around for us. I'll donate $100 to see that fat ass touch them toes. Now, this guy's name is Bubba's Lips. Now, what does that tell you? This guy wants to pay me basically so he can look at my body. This guy just offered me $100 so he can see my ass. So he can see my ass. You see what I'm saying now, guys? Have any of you ever, straight people, ever offered a man, I'm talking about straight men, offered a man $100 to see his ass? Just out of curiosity, because I never have. Canadian $2, you're a loser, always will be. Same to you. But thanks for the $2. Hey, you can insult me all day long in super chats, guys. Feel free. Grindr gets more record usage when CPAC is in town. LMAO. Oh my God. Yeah. I mean, I was talking about this earlier. They don't believe it. Grindr crashed. I forget where the RNC was last summer, and then Charlie Kirk's memorial. Grindr crashed there. I mean, there's more gay shit going on in the Republican Party than the Democrats. It really is true. Let's see that turd cutter. Wow. The fittest people are liberal. Yeah, I'd say probably. Yeah. They see this and they think I'm like enormous or some shit. Meanwhile, you know, I'm not going to get into my personal business, but I do an extreme sport like regularly. Lately, it's too goddamn cold, but you can ask like JGB in here for about 2 years. I mean, you know, damn near every single day for hours a day. I'm actually kind of in decent shape, you know. Chances are I have better cardio than most of you guys. Why didn't the Dems release the files? You got no proof. That's to the point where it's like, why even explain it anymore? You got no proof that Trump did anything sexually with anyone. You're just talking out the side of your neck. I'm allowed to have an opinion, and in my opinion, he absolutely did. Princess Mittens, Canadian, $2. Thank you very much, Princess Mittens. 25-year combat veteran against Trump. Thank you for your service, sir. Smart man. There we go. Why didn't the Dems release the file? All right, should I read it one more time? One more time. I don't have tits, but okay. You guys literally just see what you want to see, don't you? I have tits where exactly? Where are they at? All right. Let me see. What am I doing? Oh, yeah. The Epstein case was an open criminal investigation during the Biden administration. Miami Herald investigative reporter Julie K. Brown explained on social media, Brown's extensive reporting since 2017 has shown a light on the crimes of Epstein and his longtime accomplice, Ghislaine Maxwell. Her book about Epstein, titled Perversions of Justice, is a New York Times bestseller. They had an open grand jury. And even after Maxwell's conviction, the case was on appeal. Anyone in law enforcement knows you don't open your case file when it's still under appeal, Brown added. Victims were still going to the FBI with information during Biden's term, but that changed when President Donald Trump's Department of Justice reviewed the files and closed the case in July of 2025. Yeah. So there you go. Now, 2 seconds from now, somebody else will ask the same question. Meanwhile, they're not asking, I wonder why it took Trump so long, over a year. Matter of fact, I wonder why he didn't do it in his first term, Nope. Yeah, I know he did. He did. Here, I'll give you a little something to watch just for 2 minutes here.
Charges that Jeffrey Epstein was running a sex trafficking ring in the early 2000s that included underage girls as young as 14 years old.
Donald Trump in 2002 said of Epstein, he's a lot of fun to be with. It's even said that he likes beautiful women as much as I do, and many of them are on the younger side.
He routinely spoke fawningly of Jeffrey. He admired Epstein's lifestyle.
Your daughter, she's beautiful. Can I say this? A piece of it.
She's actually always been very voluptuous.
What does Tiffany have of Marlon?
She's got Marlon's legs. We don't know whether or not she's got this blood yet.
You were playing tennis and you came off the court. Quote, look at that piece of I would love some of that. It so happened that Trump was referring to Cohen's then 15-year-old daughter, Samantha.
I had the impression that he was interested in younger women and that, women would age out for him.
Miss Teen Universe? Yeah, that's like giving Jeffrey Dahmer a cooking show.
I'll go backstage before a show, and everyone's getting dressed and ready and everything else. And I'm allowed to go in because I'm the owner of the pageant, and therefore I'm inspecting it. I standing there with no sweat.
Donald Trump is heard making questionable comments about a young girl.
You going up the escalator? I'm going to be dating her in 10 years.
A lawsuit against the presumptive GOP nominee alleges he raped a girl when she was 13 years old.
Prince Andrew answering questions for the first time about his friendship with convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein.
I don't know Prince Andrew, but it's a tough story.
Trump has been photographed with Prince Andrew as far back as the year 2000.
Ghislaine Maxwell is accused of helping Epstein sexually abuse underage girls.
I've met her numerous times over the years, especially since I lived in Palm Beach, and I guess they lived in Palm Beach. But I wish her well.
You know about sexual predators and things like that. I mean,
You are one.
All right.
It's totally normal to wish a convicted pedophile well. Yeah, that's not an indicator of anything. And somebody said, then he kicked him out. Why don't you talk about that? Okay, as far as I know, he didn't. He just tells you he did. In the Epstein emails that were released, Epstein said he never kicked me out. He asked me to resign my membership. That's it. And there was a whole real estate dispute going on back then and everything. There's no reason to believe it had anything to do with Jeffrey Epstein's recreational activities there. And plus, according to Epstein's own brother, Trump and Epstein talked in 2017. Trump was telling him about the election and everything. So they were still friends in 2017. So what else you want to talk about? If Trump says it, though, you believe it. You guys still believe that Trump turned Epstein in. There's some of you who actually believe that. He never did. He never worked with law enforcement against Epstein, never testified against him, never gave information on him, nothing of the sort. He simply talked to Epstein's lawyer for a few minutes on the phone, and the lawyer said he was helpful. Didn't say with what, just said he was helpful. And you guys think he turned Epstein in. Well, here we go. This is when they don't like what they see, they try to discredit it. It's not worse than AI. Those clips are all real. Fuck the Young Turks. I don't even like the Young Turks. All that is a compilation they put together. Those videos in their full context are exactly what you see right there. I mean, I listened to Howard Stern. I was a Howard Stern super fan for years and years, not anymore. But I listened to those shows when they were live. I heard when he let Howard Stern call his daughter a piece of ass, and when he described his daughter to Howard Stern as being very voluptuous, and when he bragged about walking in on naked 15-year-olds at his beauty pageants because he could. None of that stuff in that is manipulated in any fucking way. It's just a compilation of all the things he's said and done. Not even all of them, because it doesn't even show The View. When they asked Ivanka, what are two things you have in common with your father? And she said real estate and golf. And then they asked Trump, what are two things you have in common with your daughter? And he said, I was going to say sex, but I couldn't really say that. But you just did say it. Why would you say sex? There's also another time where he said she's always had a beautiful figure, talking about Ivanka, and said, I've always said if Ivanka wasn't my daughter, perhaps I'd be dating her. Now, to me, that's all I need. I'm not a court of law, guys. I don't need a jury of 12 to fucking, to decide the case for me. I get to decide in my mind if I believe somebody's a pedo. Doesn't mean they are, just means it's my belief. And yes, there's overwhelming evidence that he's a pedo. When a guy talks openly about basically wanting to fuck his own daughter since she was a little girl, in that Robin Leach clip, he's talking about Tiffany. She was 4 at the time. And he's speculating about how big her titties are going to be. And he was already comparing her legs to Marla's. She was 4 years old. I mean, are you guys for real? If Obama said 1/10 of the shit you saw in that video, you'd want him executed. But Trump, it's like, come on. Where's the proof? Oh, that's not proof? Okay. I thought it was. I mean, a guy lies. I don't know Prince Andrew. I've never met him. And then what do you know? Here's a ton of pictures of Trump with Prince Andrew. Gee, I wonder why he'd lie about that. It's almost like he's got something to hide, huh? Oh, God, you people are the dumbest motherfuckers on planet Earth. AI didn't exist at that time. It's another good point. Thank you, Drew Watts. Guys, listen. This is the first fabricated family. Now, you know what? I'm going to keep going for a little. Fuck it. Bill Clinton, Haiti, 2011. What does that mean? Is that just a bunch of words you threw together with a date? What does that mean? Hillary Clinton, Kenya. There you go. I just did the same thing you did. 2010. I supported Trump, not anymore. Impeach and imprint J.D. Vance's turn. Oh, J.D. ain't going to be president unless something like that happens. It's the only way. If Trump gets removed, he'll never win an election. Trump loves minors. He does. Obama brought the LGBT community to the forefront, an abomination to this Christian country. Well, first of all, it's not a Christian country. It never was. It was never meant to be. And there's things in the Bible that you guys do on a daily basis that is equally as wrong, according to the Bible, as man laying with man. So you guys are so full of shit. You just hate gay people. Stop hiding behind your religion and just say you hate gay people. And guess what? It's not even that you hate them. You're overcompensating because you're gay. I guarantee it. I'll put my life on it. That's why you guys are so obsessed. Guys, I tell this story every show. There's a dude in this community. This channel used to be about the mob, okay? It was about mafia history. There's a dude in this community who called himself MRE, Mob Rats Exposed, all right? This guy had a sick obsession with rats. In other words, anybody who ever told on anyone, okay? Show after show, day after day for years of rats, fuck the rats this, rats that, I hate rats, all rats should die, rats. And I said, listen, I'm a guy who was involved in a criminal life at one point. I was in the streets. I've never in my motherfucking life heard anybody talk about rats this much. People don't even want to talk about them. It's bad juju. It's like you're going to manifest a setup or something. You're cautious, you're aware, you're careful, but you don't talk about them all the time. I said, we're going to find out this guy is a rat. And what do you know? We got some court paperwork and found out he had an enormous gun case where he should have gotten minimum of 20 fucking years, and it disappeared. He helped the feds with some white supremacist shit because he was a part of one of those groups, and the case went away. And it's the same way I feel about you guys. You guys that hate so much a certain group. I have no reason to believe you're not overcompensating. That's why MRE would say he hates rats, because the idea is, well, I'll make it so clear. I hate these people so much, nobody will ever consider that I might actually be one of them. That's why you guys, it's like I said, it's always Republicans that try to pass anti-gay legislation that turn out to be gay. By the way, MRE also turned out to be a pedophile. So, and he is MAGA and a Republican. What a surprise. Give this guy one Newport in the interrogation room and he's telling on everybody, even his own family. I've been in the interrogation room and trust me, it's been offered to me and never did it. And Michael, when I tell you that all my cases have been disseminated on YouTube here, taken apart piece by piece, and it actually turns out that in every case I wound up doing more time than I should have, not less. So wrong. What kind of genius screams about being beaten by idiots? I have no idea what you're referring to. In your opinion, come with some facts, you idiot. I have. That's all I do. Everything I say is a fact. I just told you that my opinion is that he's a pedo. And yes, as far as I'm concerned, there's facts to back it up. The man looked at a 10-year-old girl who was in a group of 10-year-old girls, a specific one, and said, I'm going to be dating her in 10 years. You even hear the little girl say, ew. Now that tells me he picked a specific one, right? Why? Because that's the one he was attracted to. That tells me he was attracted to a 10-year-old girl. That is, as a matter of fact, makes you a pedo, period. And that's just some of it. I mean, look at all this shit in that video. Plus the Katie Johnson accusation, the fucking... And where there's smoke, there's fire. You gather information about a person. You put it all together and say, is it likely this guy's a pedo? Gee, let me think. 28 credible accusations of sexual assault since the 1970s. His wife said in court filings that he brutally raped her. Katie Johnson said her and Epstein raped her together. He was found civilly liable for sexually assaulting E. Jean Carroll. Did I mention he cheated on all his wives? Because that's an indicator too. He can't control himself. And even this current wife, he fucked porn stars and Playboy playmates behind her back while she was at home with their newborn. He's the scum of the earth. So when you show me a guy who's obviously a sexual degenerate and then say, hey, here's some videos of him acting like a total pedophile, that's the conclusion I'm going to come to. Yeah, he definitely is one. Yep. All right, guys, please hit the like button and subscribe. And if you wouldn't mind throwing a super chat up in the mix as a contribution to the show, I'd appreciate it. If anybody wants my Cash App, I'll gladly throw that in the chat too. Wasn't Hillary also the one who lied on live TV numerous times? I don't know. What did she say? What were the lies? You'd have to tell me. And he refused to touch the Bible. Yeah, he wouldn't swear in on the Bible. Yeah, he wouldn't. Amazing, right? Oh, my God. All right, Princess Mittens. Thank you for your support. I appreciate you. Hit the dislike. Go ahead, guys. It's all engagement. Hit the dislike button. That'll help me, too. They think you're dumb for it, and we think they don't care if he is. They think you're dumb. I'm not sure what you mean. His hand would burn if he touched the Bible. No doubt. Bet you would accept Cash App, you sinful man. Of course I would. I'm not stupid. Money's money. Everybody does their YouTube shows for money, guys. Nobody does this shit as a hobby. That's what we're on here for. You know what I mean? And just in case there's any leftists such as myself who want to support the good work I'm doing, I think I deserve it. I'll throw that in the chat right there. It's not likely, I know, but oh, wait a minute. Maybe I should go into the actual chat for the live I'm doing. I've done 4 live streams today, so a little tired. There you go. Wow, I already lost it. Where did it go? Holy shit. Okay, there you go. All right. Money means nothing. Follow God's. Oh, stop with the God shit. Guys, one more God comment. Just block him. I can't stand these people. This administration has been infiltrated. Wake up. Time is running out. You think? Report it. Who gives a shit? You could all report me. I don't give a fuck. I used to have trolls, dozens of them at a time, mass strike me. You know the only time I ever got a strike? Lilo Brancato, that's the actor that played Robert De Niro's son in The Bronx Tale. I interviewed him, and he fucking talked one of his right-wing lunatic COVID conspiracies, and he got me a strike. Let me see. I appreciate you bringing up the opposing viewpoints because I think everyone needs to think and not listen to any media. They need to absorb facts and prove them and then come to conclusions. Yeah, Scotty D, of course. These people always say I watch CNN and MSNBC. No, I don't. Matter of fact, the other day, somebody had to tell me what MS Now was. I didn't even know. I didn't know they changed their name. And CNN, I haven't watched since around 2014. I listen to a handful of liberal podcasters, and I fact check them. I check everything before I go out and repeat it. I check it so I don't wind up sounding like an asshole like you guys. You know what I mean? That's why you'll tell me all day how stupid I am in the chat, and then when I bring you on to debate, you crumble. You get annihilated. So you're spewing bullshit from here we go. No. This is a YouTube channel. I talked about the mafia for 4.5 years for money. Now I'm just talking about politics. I'm making a list of all the bad things Trump has done to debate my dumb MAGA parents. Well, hey, if you ever need any help, email me at fatbalditalian@gmail.com. Can you answer me this? What is a woman? A woman is anyone born with female reproductive organs, in my opinion. That's a woman. And only that. The corrupt Democrats will make little or no gains in the midterms. Don Ricky, wow, you're that stupid. You're telling me that Donald Trump and the Republicans are doing everything in their power to fix the midterms because they're not worried they're going to get clobbered? There's no question about it. Trump, the Democrats are flipping seats all over the country. Look what happened in Miami with the mayoral race. I mean, the Republicans don't stand a chance. Even Trump said it. Trump said, well, whoever becomes president, the midterms, it's the opposite party, that wins. He knows. Yeah. And especially if Trump is the president, the economy is worse. He screwed over our farmers. We had 259 more farmer bankruptcies in 2025 than we did in 2024. Unemployment is high. Everything is fucked up and people are pissed off. And they're tired of seeing shit like this. Do you know it's like 76% of the country or something said that they're not okay with the way these people got executed in the fucking street, Renee Good and Alex Preddy. It's not polling well for them. And not to mention now all the influencers like cocksucker Andrew Schultz and all those clowns, they're all turning on him now. Ryan Garcia straight up came out on social media today and said Trump is a pedophile. So it's not looking good. Sabrina Merrick, $2. Great show, Chris. Off to sleep. Good night, people. Thank you, Sabrina. Thank you very, very much for your support. Have a good night. Are you from Bensonhurst? Just out of curiosity, why do you ask, Don? I'm not. I'm from Glendale, Queens, but my aunt and uncle and cousins lived on 16th Avenue between 86th and Benson. And my grandmother lived in Bay Ridge, so I spent a lot of my life in Bay Ridge and Bensonhurst. Yeah, and some of my family's from Howard Beach, too, and Broad Channel. And I miss the way it was, believe me. I tried to bring my wife there 4 or 5 years ago to show her the old neighborhood, and I was shocked at what I saw. I saw, Chinatown. I couldn't fucking believe it. It was crushing. It was truly crushing. And 90% of the country said they're not okay with these stupid racial lefties rioting everywhere. Oh, yeah? Where's that poll? Which poll is that? Because they're not rioting. You realize that everything that's been happening, any riots that have taken place is after Trump incited the riots. LA, there was peaceful protest, and then he sent the National Guard in specifically for the reason of starting a riot. It's exactly what he wanted. So he could say, oh, look at them. They're rioting again. Portland, he sent the National Guard to Portland. There was nothing going on. And Fox News showed you guys videos of some shit that was going on years ago about George Floyd. They made it seem like they were rioting currently, and they weren't. And then Trump sends in the National Guard. Things get heated. Boom, there's riots, and he gets what he wants. I have a friend who was Italian and he lived there. Bensonhurst was known as a very racist area. Extremely. Yusuf Hawkins and stuff. Yes. Extremely racist. And that's why I always say, guys, I'm Italian. Okay. I said this on the last show and I'll say it on every show. This channel, like I said, was about the mafia, and the majority of people that subscribe to this channel are Italians from New York. And I never thought I'd see a time when Italians from the streets could be conned by somebody like Donald Trump, and they have been. And it's the only time in history any of us have ever seen people from the streets of the 5 boroughs voting for the same guy as people in the hills of Alabama are voting for. But they have one thing in common: racism. Simple as that. That's it. That's the only thing they have in common. Italian here. Oh. Good to meet you, Dennis. Orange man bald, blame the orange man. Orange man bad. That's all we know. No, not true at all. I give Trump credit for good things he's done. Trump is no con. Yeah. It's only his entire life story. All right, guys, I got to get going because I'm exhausted. This is like, I don't know, 10 hours of live streams or some crazy shit today. So is that right, Kyle Hooper? It's kind of funny. All right, guys, I'm going to get going and I'll see you tomorrow at some point. Have a good night. Talk to you then. Peace.